Hi everyone, welcome back to Yoga on Ashley G Wellness. I'm Ashley, and today I want to walk you through a really short and simple sequence of postures that are really helpful for reversing and working on that forward rounded, shoulder forward posture. So if you struggle with this, I do for sure in my own life. These poses are really helpful for really opening up the chest, the shoulders, getting them to set back more naturally by helping to strengthen and stretch all of those supportive muscles. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right to it. So go ahead and come onto your hands and your knees. And we're doing cow pose without the cat. So line up your knees under your hips, your wrists under your shoulders. Then start to, from your lower back, drop your pelvis. So lift your sitting bones up. And then start to roll up your spine, lifting your chin, doing a back bend here. Push more through your hands and even act like you're trying to drag them behind you. And start to rotate your inner shoulder toward your outer shoulder. And that'll help to engage all these little muscles up near the back of your armpit. Keep lifting your chin, keep the base of your skull lifting away from the rest of your spine so your neck is long. And just hold here, keep breathing deep, even breaths. Keeping this position in your spine, walk your hands forward a few more inches so they're out at an angle. Curl your toes under and lift your knees up to come into a downward dog. So as you lift your knees up, lift from your hips, then start to pull your rib cage toward your spine so you take some of that back bend out. Keep pushing through your arms, lift your armpits away from the floor, and just let your head drop toward the floor. You could even engage the front of your neck and look towards your belly button by pulling your chin more toward your chest. Keep pushing arms and legs longer. Keep your abdomen toned. Keep your shoulder blades pulling toward each other. And breathe. Drop your knees to the floor. Then bring your knees and your ankles together. Take the tops of your feet down and then have a seat on your feet. Interlace your fingers behind your low back. Then start to pull your shoulders back so your heart lifts up. Squeeze your elbows toward each other. And this can be perfect, great enough. Stay here. Or start to straighten your arms without letting your shoulders drop forward. Sometimes you might get a little crack or pop back there where it's needed. It's not always going to happen, but it could. You can stay like this, or we're going to round forward, keeping your shoulders back, your hips on your heels. That might mean you just come down just a little bit, maybe just facing your knees, or round your spine so much you can take your forehead either to your knees, or less rounding, take your forehead in front of your knees on the floor. All are good options. Keep pressing up through your knuckles, shoulders working against gravity. Slowly on your inhale, sit up. Keep your hands bound. We're going to push our hips forward and lean torso back and drop your knuckles to the floor. You could unclasp your hands and just have your hands down, or you could also do hands on hips and just do a back bend here. Lift through your sternum, pull your shoulders back, throat back. Keep the back of your neck long. Again, turn inner shoulders toward outer shoulders, really engaging those backs of your shoulders muscles and your shoulder blade area and all in between that. Slowly sit up. Take your toes to curled under, and then slide your knees back as far as they'll go and have a seat on your feet. Then interlace your fingers in front of your heart, pull on your fingers, pull your shoulder blades toward each other as you do that. You'll feel that engagement. Stay here or flip your hands to the tops of your head, and then stay here or reach your arms towards straight. Rotate your upper inner arms back as you pull on your fingers. As you pull your rib cage toward your spine, tailbone forward, and then reach up taller through your torso, all the way up through your palms. Take your hands down to the floor and then come down into Sphinx Pose, sliding all the way down onto your belly. Take your elbows just a little bit more in front of your shoulders. Push down and forward through your arms just a little bit. Push your hips down and forward. And then again, rotate your inner shoulders towards your outer shoulders and start to crack your heart open. So you're trying to push your heart forward and up, and now pull with your elbows down and back toward your hips, maybe so much that your flesh of your pelvis starts to pull down toward your toes. Nice big opening to the front of the body. Slowly make your way down to the floor. Take a moment to rest on your forehead. Now we're coming into Crocodile Makarasana. Go ahead and interlace your fingers behind the back of your head and make sure it's your skull. Get your fingers, including your thumbs, all the way to the webbing and push your elbows into the floor as you pull your armpits back. This can be good enough, or bend your knees. Lift and lower your knees, squeeze your knees and ankles toward each other. Really engage your inner thigh muscles. Then push your head and hands into each other as you widen your elbows to the side. As you do that, lift your chin, look forward, pull your armpits back and start to squeeze your shoulder blades toward each other like you've done a few times already. Stay working here, lift your chin more so the back of your neck is strong and toned. You can stay working here or push your feet up so your knees lift off the floor and try to lift up your torso, back bending as much as you can without overstraining, overdoing, and without holding your breath. Rest. Relax everything to the floor. All right, Dolphin Pose. We're going to do dolphin, but with the actual forearm stand arm variation. So hands not clasped, unless that's the best version for you. Take your wrist out in front of you, just like you were going into Sphinx Pose. Push your elbows down and then walk them in just a tad narrower than your wrists. When you do that, push your elbows down and then drag them out to the sides so your skin moves in and your bones move out. From here, pull your ribs back. Move your inner shoulders toward your outer shoulders to squeeze your shoulder blades toward each other. Engage those back of your shoulders muscles. Curl your toes under, lift your knees up. Now keep your gaze forward. Your head will drop as you walk your feet in, so go ahead and walk your feet in, but try to keep your head as lifted as possible without strain. And relax your forehead muscles. Your forehead muscles don't need to do any work here. They think they do, but just relax that forehead. Relax all the muscles in your face. Gaze steady. Push strongly through your elbows, your forearms, inner and outer arms, all the way from your inner and outer armpits. And slowly walk your feet back. Take a moment here in child's pose, knees wide, toes together. Reach your arms out straight, or you can have your arms by your side, shoulders on your knees. As you do these postures, if you do them daily, you can start to increase the amount of time that you hold them. So over time, you longer holds, and this longer holds just ensures that you continue to build the strength and flexibility in those poses. And as a result, helping your posture improve over time. Place your hands by your ears, pull your shoulders back, lift your chin up. Now, if you have a chair like I have here, you can use a chair, you can use a couch. The ideal position is to have your legs up on a surface so your knees are bent at a 90-degree angle. So if you have that chair, go ahead and place it or come up to your couch. And you're just gonna come up super close and then take your legs so that your calves are up on the flat surface. Scoot your hips as much as you can to make your hips directly below your knees, and then lower down on to your back. Basically, this is Viparita Karani, legs up the wall, but with knees bent. So you just want to lift your upper back off the floor by pushing elbows and head down, pull your shoulders back, and then gently place them back down on the floor. Now you can have your arms out like Shavasana arms, palms up, or you can even take your arms up over your head. Sometimes that brings an additional relief here. And we're just going to hold here for about a minute. And then take a full breath in. Exhale with a sigh. And gently, slowly roll onto one side. And then make your way all the way back up to seated, just as we begin. Thank you all so much for coming and practicing with me this short, sweet practice today. Please let me know how it goes in the comments. And also, if you are not yet subscribed, go ahead and subscribe for more content and hit that bell if you want to be notified of the new posts when they post. Have a wonderful rest of your day.